Apparently, those little scooters that Lyft and Uber swear will save the company aren't as safe as they'd like you to think. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Once in a while we do talk about the little electric scooters that Uber and Lyft have been putting on the roads. I mean, I know South Park's made fun of them. No one really wants these things. They're being pushed as like this big part of the company's future. Like, this is what's going to help the company grow. And it kind of makes sense to a certain extent. The scooters are cheap. They're inexpensive. They don't cost a lot to charge. You don't have to pay drivers. But they've had some issues, like, people leaving them places that they shouldn't be doing. Who's going to collect them at the end of the day? And cities are finding them to be more annoying than anything. But they're right now the most profitable thing most of the companies have, so they might as well push forward. But Lyft has been told, well, your scooters might not necessarily be the safest thing in the world. So according to Digital Trends, Lyft has taken around 3,000 of its pedal-assisted two-wheelers off the streets in New York City, Washington, D.C., and San Francisco following complaints of an issue with the front wheel brake. The app-based services are operated by City Bike, Capital Bike Share, and Ford Go Bike, respectively. All three are overseen by leading U.S. bike-sharing business Motivate, which Lyft acquired for a reported $250 million in July 2018. That's pretty much about how much money they lost on the second day of the stock market. I'm kidding. I don't know how much they lost on the second day. We recently received a small number of reports from riders who experienced stronger than expected braking force on the front wheel, City Bike said in a message on its website over the weekend. Out of an abundance of caution, we are proactively removing the pedal assist bikes from service for the time being. We know this is disappointing to many of the people who love the current experience, but reliability and safety come first. Yeah, that's certainly moving fast. Capital Bike Share and Ford Go Bike posted similar messages on their website on Sunday. In an effort to lessen the disruption for riders, all three services will replace the faulty pedal assist bikes with regular non-electric ones. Lyft is now in the final stages of building an all-new pedal assist bike that it's planning to launch soon in locations where its bike sharing schemes operate. So, anyway, yeah, I get it's just a little small thing. It's interesting because I think this is our first confirmation that they're making a new e-bike design for these cities, which, again, that makes sense. I mean, I'm still not 100% certain that these bikes are going to save the company. I'm not even sure how popular they're going to be. I see them sometimes in like Santa Monica in LA. You walk around, you see like one of them just on the side of the road, and it's like, okay, boy, that's going to be an issue once this thing becomes super popular. Those are just going to be sitting around everywhere. Anyway, electric rideables such as bikes and scooters have become an increasingly common sight in cities around the world in the last couple of years, with many people making use of convenient app-based sharing services instead of forking out for their own machine. But when it comes to the technology that powers the vehicles, there are clearly some issues that still need ironing out. Aside from Lyft's current issues, scooter sharing service Lime recently had to warn people to take greater care while riding down steep hills, following reports of a firmware bug causing excessive and sudden braking with a small number of scooters. So it seems like it's a computer malfunction problem. The safety issue prompted officials in Auckland, New Zealand to pull Lime scooters from city streets for several weeks while the company sorted out the problem with a software update. Lyft, meanwhile, will be keen to resolve the issue with its electric bikes as soon as it possibly can. The company has been competing with ride-sharing rival Uber to broaden its service with the creation of integrated transportation solutions that allow riders to jump between cars, bikes, and scooters together. Yeah, and they also want to fix this because of the because they're a publicly traded company now. In fact, what's their stock doing right now? What's it doing now? Ouch. How low can it go? So, anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. That's pretty self-explanatory. There's a problem with the brake. And it's a problem that happens, to be honest. I'm not necessarily going to call them ignorant on this one. They designed something. It worked fine in testing. You put it on the real streets, it plays a little differently. That's how it works. But here's the thing. When a scooter malfunctions with a brake, I mean, one person might get scraped up a little bit, but it's unlikely to cause any serious damage. My question is, what's going to happen with the autonomous vehicles when those start going on the streets and people start, those problems start coming out in the real world situations, because those things have the potential to kill people. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This one's going to be a short one, guys. Anyway, what do you think? Do you Does this surprise you? Have you had an issue with one of these faulty e-scooters? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. And if you want to save money on gas, because gas prices are on the rise, check out the Get Upside app. You can save money when you buy gas all your stations, and even share more money when you recommend it with 2 friends. And check out the Apptrepreneur Vlogs channel. It's a fairly new channel, but new content is coming every week. And if you haven't checked us out on Facebook, we have a new Facebook group, the Apptrepreneur Hangouts. Talk with me, other fellow rideshare drivers. It's a good old time. Have to be approved, but we've been approving a lot of people. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.